Hi guys, good afternoon. So today is day 14 and here you find the tips number 14 for your system design interview. So today I'm going to touch one of the key area of system design, and that discussion is very meaningful, and this is always a key point to discuss between interviewer and interviewer, and that is how to contrast between latency and throughput. Which one is your choice and why, and how you will handle. Okay, so these kind of discussion is key points in system design interview. All right, let's start. So in a system design interview, as you know, the critical decision is how to balance between latency and throughput. All right, because both are essential, both have their own requirement, both have their own I would say that focus in your design, and there is nothing like one over others, right? It is just like how you are balancing out between latency and throughput. So let me explain you these two concepts with some example by like sharing the which kind of system is this and how you will identify which one is latency sensitive system, how you will identify system is throughput sensitive system, like that. So let's try to first understand the system which is latency sensitive system. For example, an application like real-time gaming or heavy financial transaction system. These systems need to be minimize their latency. Why? If they have a less latency, probably they will give better and optimal user experience, right? Because latency is never be a good experience for your user, right? For your system user. That's why any system which is a latency sensitive system, that must be optimized for latency. Otherwise, it will it will not give a better user experience to your end user, right? That's why that is very. And the example is real-time gaming, maybe financial transaction, heavy financial transaction system, like that. Okay. Another system is okay. Before going to the next throughput sensitive system, let me give you few standard techniques adopted to handle the latency. To achieve the less latency, or maybe how for handling the latency sensitive system, right? And these technologies like edge computing, caching, CDN, right? These standard approach are always helpful to improve the latency requirement. Okay, all right. So that's why please focus first, identify the latency sensitive system, and if once you identify it, then just explore the standard approach and then identify which one is suitable for your scenario and put that one, right? That is the handling of latency sensitive system. Of course, it is not a complete one. In these videos, in this series of video, I'm just giving you the pointer so that you start digging dive on these areas, which is whose link I am also sharing. You go through those links and dig dive and try to make your own understanding so that at the real interview you will be comfortable in discussion of these points, right? This is the agenda here in my video. All right. Another category, as I mentioned earlier also, like throughput sensitive system, right? For example, system like batch data processing, high volume analytics, right? These kind of system require maximum throughput, right? They are a very throughput sensitive system. And in these cases, your friend is parallel processing, load balancing, right? Or divide the overall requirement or overall throughput requirement into a microservice and scale that microservice to handle your large volume throughput requirement. Got my point? So these are the approach, standard approach through which you can handle throughput sensitive, or at least start discussing with your interviewer. Next thing is, in the interview setup, it is your duty to clearly articulate why you choose to optimize for either. If you choose like latency over throughput, then also you should explain. And if you choose throughput over latency, then also you should explain. I mean to say that it is your duty to choose either one or hybrid, whatever, and then give the inherent logic behind your selection. So the key point I discussed today is identification of latency heavy system or throughput heavy system. Then once you identify it, as you are already aware the standard approach to solve this thing, please start discussing using those standard approach. And at the end, in conclusion remark, you have to finally contrast both decisions. Whatever the decision you are taking, contrast those, conclude with those decisions as well as underlying logical consideration to deduce that conclusion, right? So this is the way you can explain your choice and your understanding of requirement, and accordingly you design your system. All right. So please take care these kind of discussion. This will always helpful, and it always give the positive tick in your interview discussion. All right. So by that saying, I'm wrapping this video today. Thank you. Please take care, and please prepare and do practice regularly so that your presence in system design interview will improve. All right. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye. Take care.